Good morning, everyone. It is heartwarming to see so many young minds sitting here with hopes, aspirations, dreams, and ambitions. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the orientation program for students admitted to the first year B.Tech and M.Tech degree programs of KJSCE College of Engineering. This orientation is conducted by the Internal Quality Assurance Cell of KJSCE College of Engineering. To start this eventful day, let's begin the proceedings with the Somaya prayer. I request everyone to stand up for the prayer.
पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ ईशावास्यमिदं सर्वम् यत्किञ्च जगत्यां जगत् तेन त्यक्तेन भुञ्जीता मा गृधः कस्य स्विद्धनम् मूकं करोति वाचालम् पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिम् यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् ॐ प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती वीणामविद्यवतु ॐ प्रोदयित्री सूनृतानां चेतन्ती सुमतीनां यज्ञं दधे सरस्वती ॐ असतो मा सत्समय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनस्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै सर्वेऽत्र सुखिनः सन्तु सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखमाप्नुयात् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति
I now request all dignitaries to grace the stage and light the lamp to begin the orientation program. Dr. Shubha Pandit, Principal of KJSCE College of Engineering, will now welcome the gathering and introduce the chief guest. Please, ma'am.
At the outset, let me welcome all of you, Dr. Mantha, Dr. Pillai, our Vice Chancellor, sir, the students who are sitting in this auditorium, and the parents who are sitting and viewing the live streaming. I'm really very happy that all of you have made today in this campus and you've decided to take admission in this college. I would like to give you a very brief introduction of what our college is and how we are equipped to do the needful so that you are truly transformed from your 12th standard candidature into a very good human and a engineer incidentally. So our college was established in 1983, which is one of the first private engineering college in the state of Maharashtra, and slowly went on adding new branches. Initially started with mechanical and electronics and then added a couple of new branches at the undergraduate level. Then we also added few branches in the postgraduate level when there was a demand for these courses. And then later on, we also added the research branches leading to a degree of PhD. We were always affiliated to the University of Mumbai, and in 2014 we've become the autonomous college, once again the first autonomous college as a self-financed college of the University of Mumbai. That gave us a lot of freedom to set our curriculum, decide our examinations, and do a lot of things for the students, the overall development or the learning by doing, which is the motto of our college. And this change in the treatment given to the courses, the programs, the interdisciplinary nature of engineering education, it was very heartily welcomed by all stakeholders, whether the students on the campus, the recruiters, the parents, and the society. So this gave us a lot of confidence that this kind of a change is very much welcome, and that was the need of the day. In fact, now you find that AICTE and the NEP models are very close to what we have started doing way back in 2014. In 2019, the Somaya Vidyavihar University was established, and the first admissions for our college as a constituent college of Somaya Vidyavihar University was done in 2020-21. That is, in 2020, the first batch of students were admitted. This batch is now currently in the final year right now. What I'm trying to say is during these last 30, 40 years of experience and existence, with the right kind of mixture of senior faculty members with their expertise and knowledge and maturity, and the junior faculty members who've added a lot of welcoming changes in the overall academics of the college. We have developed not just in terms of the curriculum, but we've added a lot of labs and equipments in the labs, whether it is the workshop of the mechanical engineering or new labs in the computer engineering or IT engineering and so on and so forth. I'm sure some of you must have taken a tour of the college. Some of the parents, they might have also done it. But in case if you are interested, maybe after this event, you can just let us know and we can do that for you. Now, coming down to the chief guest of today, I'm really very happy to have a very, very well known academician who's the chief guest for today's function. He has a Dr. S.S. Mantha, Shankar S. Mantha, has a very illustrious career that spans over 40 years. He has held several important positions, both in academics as well as public administration. Having been born in a very modest family, he had humble beginnings. However, He rose to positions of importance through hard work and perseverance. Dr. S.S. Mantha was former chairman of the national regulator, which is AICTE, as you are already aware of, and implemented several e-governance initiatives and facilitating regulations over a 6-year stint. Earlier, a professor of robotics, control theory, and AI at VJTI, which is a prominent institution in Mumbai, he now occupies the emeritus professor's chair. He has more than 280 publications in national and international journals and conferences, besides authoring 3 books. He is the author of NVEQF, now renamed as National Skill Qualification Framework, NSQF, and the regulations for blended learning. He was member Karnataka Skill Development Authority and advisor to the government of Andhra Pradesh. He was also the Chancellor, Kale University, for 3 years. Currently, he is the CEO of Mahapreet Startup Knowledge Center. He is also an adjunct professor at the National Institute of Advanced Studies, NIAS, Bangalore, and chairman of Technical Committee, National Cyber Security and Cyber Safety and Security Standards, and IT expert for the government of Maharashtra. I think you must have now understood what an illustrious person you have got to give you the blessings on the very first day of your career in KJ Somaya College of Engineering. I would like to welcome you, wish you all the very best for your 4 years of undergraduate studies in KJ Somaya College of Engineering, so that truly you become an alumnus of this institute and take the college at newer heights. So wishing everyone very much welcome. Also the parents, a very warm welcome. And thank you so much, sir, for accepting our invitation and being here to bless the students. Thank you.
I now request our Vice Chancellor, Dr. V.N. Rajashekharan Pillai, sir, to facilitate Professor Mantha.
Dear colleague and dear friend, Professor S.S. Mantha, dear colleague, Professor Shubha Pandit, dear students of the 2023 batch of the KJ Somaya College of Engineering, members of the faculty of this prestigious college, my colleagues from the university, the parents of the students, and other invitees. Today is a very auspicious day for the university. This is the opening day of the Somaya Vidyavihar University, academic year opening day of the university. And I am glad that this day, the first lecture is by a very eminent professor of engineering sciences, Professor S.S. Mantha, to all of you. You are really privileged and lucky to have him for today's event. Today is also an auspicious day. I've come from Kerala. We start the Ramayana month today. This is the first day of the Ramayana month. Today is also another auspicious day. We give our remembrances. We remember our forefathers. That is the day. It is called Karkadaga Amavasi or something like that. Every year we dedicate this day. I think in one way or other, across the country, this day is celebrated. And university, Somaya Vidyavihar University has an academic calendar. And this is July 17 is the day of opening. And we are starting with the KJ Somaya College of Engineering today. Professor Shubha Pandit has given you a glimpse of the KJ Somaya College of Engineering, but you are going to see it. And this is a very remarkable institution, 40 years in existence. 40 years, for the last 40 years, this college has contributed significantly to engineering and technology not only in this country, across the world. You have all the facilities of a top engineering institution here. And it is part of the Somaiya Vidyavihar University, which is the only university in the city of Mumbai. The only university, private university in the city of Mumbai. There are other universities, only private university in the city of Mumbai. We are autonomous in every sense. What does that autonomy means? You may not understand this autonomy and all that. You have, of course, you have heard about multidisciplinary education. Along with engineering, you have all the possibilities of learning several other things, cultural activities. Several of you are talented in cultural activities. We have avenues for that. We have sports and games. We have a sports academy in this campus. We have several departments of humanities and social sciences. We have a department of yoga. You can practice yoga here. So this college is not just a standalone engineering college. This college is part of a university, which is a whole system of education, engineering education, along with the possibilities of expression of your talents. And this institution, even though we are a university just 4 years old, we are top accredited. The college is top accredited. It had the accreditation of the National Board of Accreditation. And you will also see opportunities, even in this hall, listening. You can listen to a good number of people who are in the engineering sciences, who are well established in the engineering sciences and research. You have research possibilities. Of course, research is just going to be part of even the undergraduate education. You will come to know it later during the orientation. You will come to know it later. And of course, you know that as per the new education policy, even undergraduate students, B.Tech, if you are completing a B.Tech with 1 semester or focus on research, you can directly enter into PhD program, directly. PhD program. And in this campus, not only all these academic and activities, you have also startups, startup and innovation programs. Some of the students from this engineering college started the startup and innovation setup in this campus. You might have heard about it when you have gone through the prospectus of the university about the research, innovation, and design lab. You can go there, even from maybe first year onwards, first semester onwards. You can go and there and watch how, friends of yours, probably maybe senior to you, from not only from this college, from other institutions also coming and setting up laboratories with the financial support of the government, with the financial support of the trust. So as a university, we have all the possibilities to offer you for your community activities, for cultural activities, sports activities. There is enough to. You should experience the campus. You are going to enjoy the campus in the next 4 years, no doubt about it. And academically, you are going to enrich yourself. And this university, this institution, even though we call it just a university, Somaiya Vidyavihar University, established in 2019, we have been in higher education. We have been as a university institution since 1959. You will see the first college in this campus, established in 1959, which is an autonomous college, KJSCE, College of Arts and Commerce, then Science and Commerce, schools, CBSE schools, then several research and we have a Somaiya Institute of Research and Consultancy, which we started 5 years ago. You can just go and see what is the type of research happening in the campus. These are all possibilities in a university. And 1959, we started in higher education, but even before that, Since 1942, Somaiya Vidya Vihar has been engaged in meaningful education. The first village school was started by Somaiya Vidya Vihar in 1942, Somaiya Vidya Vihar Trust. We have also R&D laboratories, Somaiya Vidya Vihar, the large organization which governs this university. We have also R&D laboratories developing molecules. And then in your own college, you will find several sponsored, industry-sponsored laboratories and all that. So not only you are learning engineering, different branches of engineering, you are also getting opportunity to get experience and expertise guided by your own teachers in different areas of industrial intervention, research, higher studies. We have also collaboration with large number of foreign universities. Many of our students go even for a project work, for one full semester project work, they go abroad and they spend one semester abroad, and semester exchange programs are there. There is an international relations department in the campus. Of course, I don't want to narrate all these things, but you are really privileged. You are lucky to be here in this premier engineering college of a premier university which is believing in the freedom of possibilities for the youngsters. I am sure that you will enjoy, and also you are getting the first lecture from a very eminent, distinguished academic in engineering sciences. He is not just an administrator only, he is a distinguished teacher and researcher in mechanical engineering, robotics, and related areas. I had occasion to work with him when we were together in Delhi. I was with the UGC and the Distance Education Council of Indira Gandhi National Open University. I had occasion to work with him. A very modest, but at the same time, very quality-oriented person. I remember his interactions with the ministry and the way in which he has, with courage of conviction, implemented several activities. I am glad that he accepted my invitation on a very short notice, and we are really lucky to have you here with us. You are really happy. You are really lucky, and I am sure that you will try to benefit out of the infrastructural facilities, and also you see the very eminent faculty, teachers in this college, and you are going to get the benefits of all of them. Let me welcome all of you to this campus. And let me also congratulate the parents who decided that their children should study in this premier institution, which is ethically, academically, and also quality-wise oriented towards the right perspective. Thank you very much, and welcome to the campus.
I now request our Vice Chancellor, Pillai Sir, to felicitate Professor Mantha. I now request Shubha Ma'am to felicitate our Vice Chancellor, Pillai Sir. I invite Dr. M.B. Zalte, in charge of the College Admission Committee, to talk about the admission process here at KJ Somaiya.
Dignitaries on the dais, my faculty colleagues, and newly admitted students and their parents. Very good morning to everyone. On behalf of KJSCE College of Engineering, I'd like to extend a warm welcome to all the newly enrolled students and their parents joining our Somaya Vidyavihar community. I'm here to brief you about the admission process and criteria for the admission to first year B.Tech and M.Tech programs. In the current academic year, we have admitted students in 8 B.Tech programs under different categories such as resident Indian, non-resident Indian, children of Indian workers in Gulf countries, person of Indian origin, overseas citizen of India, sports, and person with disability. For sports and person with disability, we have given some concession in merit uh, in the entrance exam cutoffs. We have lowered them slightly for sports category and person with disability. So our BTech programs, we have 8 BTech programs: BTech in computer engineering, information technology, electronics and computer engineering, electronics and telecommunication engineering, computer and communication engineering, robotics and artificial intelligence, mechanical engineering, artificial intelligence and data science. So similarly, our MTech admission process we have completed partially, and still the process is on for 8 MTech programs, namely computer engineering, information technology with specialization in information security, artificial intelligence and data science, electronics engineering, mechanical engineering with specialization in CAD CAM and robotics, robotics and automation engineering, electronics and telecommunication engineering, and interdisciplinary program in energy engineering. The eligibility criteria for BTech program is 12 standard results and the scores in the entrance exam. For the first criteria, that is of 12 standard criteria, we strictly follow the Maharashtra State CT Cell guideline, which says that candidate must be passed in 12 standard or its equivalent examination with physics and mathematics as compulsory subjects, along with one of the following subjects. Like there are options for chemistry, like chemistry, biotechnology, biology, or technical vocational subject, and they should obtain minimum of 45% marks in the PCM, like physics, chemistry, and mathematics. The entrance exam is compulsory for the admission to both BTech and MTech program. So we do not conduct our own entrance examination. We offer the BTech admission based on 4 engineering entrance exams. They are JEE, Joint Entrance Exam, Session 1 and Session 2 both. Maharashtra Health and Technical Common Entrance Test, that is MHT-CET. Preeminent Education and Research Association, that is PERA-CET, and Common University Entrance Exam, which is conducted by NTA. So for the MTech programs, so our eligibility criteria is candidate must be passed his bachelor's degree from either AICT approved institute or UGC approved university or central government approved institutions or state government approved institutions or an university recognized by All India Council of Universities in the relevant field of engineering and technology with minimum 50% of marks. We have 2 categories of MTech admissions, mainly sponsored category and non-sponsored category. So under non-sponsored category, we offer the admission based on 3 entrance examination, namely graduate aptitude test in engineering, that is GATE, given in the current year or having valid GATE score in the last year. PERA-CET is another entrance exam, and the third exam is Common University Entrance Test. And under sponsored category, entrance exam is not mandatory. Candidate needs to have a minimum of 2 years of full-time experience in a registered firm, company, industry, educational or research institute, or any government department or non-government autonomous organization in the relevant field. So our admission process is completely online, wherein candidate needs to register only once and fill their preferences for admission. Then the registered candidates are allowed to apply in all phases and rounds, wherever they are eligible till the end of the admission process. We are carrying out the admission process in various phases and rounds based on different entrance examination, and provisional admissions are being offered to the candidate based on inter-se merit, program preference, and availability of seats taken together. We have tried our level best to make the admission process easy, smooth, and transparent. Some of you might have faced some issues. Apologies for that. So once again, I welcome you all, newly enrolled students and parents. Thank you for choosing KJ Somaya College of Engineering. We look forward to seeing you thrive and excel. I wish you all the best. Thank you. Have a nice day.
I now request Dr. Nandana Prabhu, the coordinator of Internal Quality Assurance Cell KJSCE, to brief the students about their first year orientation program.
Respected dignitaries on the dais, faculty colleagues, the FI, B.Tech and M.Tech students, and dear parents. Good morning and a warm welcome to KJ Somaya College of Engineering. Every year before the commencement of the academic session, we conduct the orientation program, Diksharam. This is organized by the IQSC cell of the college, along with the support from the student council and faculty and staff of all the departments. It is one of the quality mandates to be adopted as per the guidelines of UGC to address the major challenges faced by the higher education institutes. We are delighted to have you here for this first year orientation program that marks the beginning of an exciting journey in higher education. As we embark on this 10-day orientation program, I would like to take a few moments to highlight the program. Transition from pre-university or 12th to the college or our university is one of the most challenging event and golden years in a student's life. When new students enter an institute, they come with diverse thoughts, background, and preparation and have little knowledge of the university or the college. The purpose of this orientation program is to help the students to adjust and feel comfortable in the new environment, inculcate the ethos and culture of the institution, about the institutional policies, processes, systems, practices, culture, and values, drawing your attention towards exploring your academic interests and activities, both co curricular and extracurricular, and making you work for excellence, help in building bonds with your peers, seniors, alumni, and faculty members, and open new horizons of life and leading to a character building. A detailed schedule of the 10-day orientation program is already shared with you. To start with, we have with us esteemed guest Professor Mantha for the keynote address, who has been a great academician and the former chairman of AICT. In the orientation program ahead, we will cover the different aspects of socializing, associating, governing, and experiencing. Accordingly, on the second day, we will take you through a detour of our academic flexibility and the range of choices in terms of exposure courses, the departmental electives, open electives, both technical and non-technical. This will be followed by the HOD Science and Humanities presentation to get a detailed description of the groups that we follow, the first year courses, the timetable, the exposure courses, the choices that you have, the academic support services also. You will be very closely associated with this department for the first year of yours. Parallelly, our MTech students will have presentation by their respective HODs or the BOS chairman in the respective departments. In the afternoon, you will have the presentation of the students, the Associate Dean Student Affairs, who will connect you to all the student-related activities, the proctorial systems that we follow, the rules and regulation, the anti-ragging undertaking understanding. You will be well informed about the activities and the processes of our college. Dean Resources and Infrastructure Management will give information on various infrastructure facility and the resources available. The last session on the second day will be on ABC, the Academic Bank of Credits. Here you will be informed about the ABC registration, which is mandatory in the NEP implementation. In the next few days to follow, you will have an activity of document verification, ABC registration confirmation, and anti-ragging undertaking activities, the campus tour, the department visits, the software skill activities, the library facilities. All these will be done in groups so that you get an opportunity to mix among your peers. We recognize the importance of staying up to date with the latest advancements in technology and the ever-evolving digital landscape. To this end, we have organized expert sessions like the ChatGPT, a cutting technology tool. This session will equip you with the necessary skills to effectively communicate and utilize artificial intelligence for various purposes. With the changing trends in the industry and the culture of work, we have organized a session on future of work. Additionally, we understand the significance of a strong professional online presence, which is why we have included a session on building an impressive LinkedIn profile. This session will provide valuable insights into networking, personal branding, and the art of showcasing your skills and accomplishments to potential employers and industry professionals, thereby enhancing your career prospects. Finally, we recognize the importance of personal safety to develop essential life skills and go beyond the academic knowledge. The self defense session will empower you with the knowledge and techniques needed to protect yourself and others. The life skills will help you to enhance your situational awareness and develop the confidence needed to navigate various aspects of life successfully. At KJSCE College of Engineering, we are committed to fostering an inclusive and supportive, empowering environment to all the students. Our college is committed to the women's development activities, aiming at providing equal opportunities and supporting ecosystem. The seminar on sexual harassment awareness will be conducted during the orientation program. This will educate you on recognizing, preventing, and reporting any form of harassment, including sexual harassment. It's our collective responsibility to maintain a culture of respect and ensure that every student feels safe and secure within our college premises. To understand the placement and the internship at our college, we have a separate session on the TPO and the IAI. We also recognize the importance of familiarizing with the various activities of the students, the various student organizations. We have the co-curricular and the extracurricular activities, which are showcased in the session on mega projects. These activities will enable you to explore your interests, develop new skills, and create lifelong memories. These aspects contribute significantly to your overall growth and provide a well-rounded college experience. To interact with the HOD and the alumni of your department, a separate session again has been organized in your orientation program. So hearing about so many activities, you may be thinking how to balance on this. So we have a separate session on work, social life balance, mental health perspective. After the semester starts, a detailed session on examination system and grading will be conducted. So our aim is to ensure that you have a seamless transition into the college life and that you are aware of the resources and the support systems at your disposal. In conclusion, as you embark on this exciting journey at KJSCE College of Engineering, I urge you to embrace the opportunities that lie ahead. These 10 days of orientation will lay the foundation for your entire college experience. Engage actively in the expert sessions, actively participate in the self-defense and the life skill sessions, be informed in the session from the Women's Development Cell, and actively participate, familiarize yourself with the activities and processes of our college, and make the most of the resources available to you. Remember, college life is not just about academic pursuits, but also personal growth, networking, and creating lifelong friendships. We are here to support you every step of the way. So move forward with enthusiasm, passion, and commitment to excellence. On behalf of our college, I extend my best wishes to each and every one of you for a memorable, successful, and fulfilling academic journey ahead. Thank you.
I now request Professor S.S. Mantha to deliver the keynote address.
Good morning, Dr. Rajshekaran Pillai ji. Thank you for the kind words. Dr. Shubha Pandit, the principal of the university, my faculty colleagues, some of whom I know and also must have interacted in my Bombay University days, and all the other invited guests and my new young friends. Dr. Pillai and I, he had referred to it, we had worked together for many years at the center and have some good memories as well. So it's good to be back here and interact with you on some of the aspects that concern you as a person and also as a would-be engineer 4 years from now. The engineering, the education space in the country is very large. You must be knowing there are almost 1,100 universities in the country. There are almost 40,000 institutions in the higher learning space. And there are 40 million students enrolled in the higher education. Okay? So the higher education meaning all the disciplines. Engineering is one of them. So it's a large space. Having said that, 40 million students are enrolled today. You also must be knowing that it contributes to only 27 GER, the gross enrollment ratio. That is just 27. What does that mean? It means out of every 100 eligible students who can go to college, in the system, only 27 go to college. And you're one of them. So therefore, the remaining 73 students out of every 100, they drop out for various reasons. And two reasons are very important to understand. The first is financial. They cannot afford to get into a college. They are eligible, but they cannot afford to get into the college and complete their studies. So perforce, they have to work and earn a living for themselves and their families. So therefore, they again cannot, come to a regular college. There is a second reason as well. Many of the children today are not interested in the kind of education they get. Okay, they're not interested in the conventional engineering program or science program, arts program, and so on. So they're just not interested. So they would probably want some hands-on skills and pursue some of the interests that they may have. So whatever that be, these are the two reasons for not getting into the mainstream education. So from that perspective, you must consider yourself very lucky to be here in one of those 27 to 100 and pursue a career which must interest you. Because you have come here, I assume this career interests you. So that's about the ecosystem that we have. We have a very large system. Now, besides this, there are many other, streams of education. There are many levels of education in the country, and so on. That's the first part. The second part is, the people on this side, and between us and you, there is a difference. in the sense that you all have been brought up on social media. Okay? Till 2006, we didn't have a smartphone, right? Till 2010, we didn't have WhatsApp. But today you seem to live on that. And there are various social media platforms. And all of you must be doing something or the other on those platforms. And in a way, you are products of that system. Of course, there are advantages, there are many disadvantages, and you need to understand the difference between what is right and what is wrong. So those who can make that difference, those who can understand that difference between what is right and what is wrong, will move to be a little more successful than the others. Otherwise, we will end up in a, in a swirl from which coming out would probably be difficult. And in order to make the difference, I mean, in order to understand the difference, you will need certain qualities. You have probably come out of a school system or maybe a junior college system where you must have seen a little bit of what the college system is. And now to a larger, institution, and typically a university system. The education pedagogies have undergone a lot of change. No longer we talk about, though the Guru Sishya Parampara is probably the best. We need to understand that has limitations in reaching out to masses. So therefore, we need to use different systems. We need to use technology. We need to use the avenues available, experiment with different pedagogies, and so on. Various learning styles, various teaching styles, and so on. And all that has come into being in the current education system that we have. All said and done, you need to understand the difference between what is data, what is information, what is knowledge. Data collectively has no meaning. But when the data comes to in some patterns, you get information. That also is of no use. I mean, what is the point in having a lot of information if I cannot use it? So the third part is all that information should come together to create knowledge. And that knowledge helps us to lead our lives. It is said in Rig Veda, you have Ano Bhadra Krutavo Yantu Vishwata. Ano Bhadra, let good thoughts. Bhadra means good thoughts. Krutavaha Ayantu Vishwata. Let them come from anywhere in the world. So that is how knowledge, builds. And that is what you should do. And there are a few qualities that you must imbibe in your journey. A university system gives you a much more than just the education within the classroom. There are a lot of other things that you do, and that builds the personality. And while doing that, so in a way, whatever you did in the pandemic, it cut you off from a lot of personality development. It's the connect, the emotional connect that you have in the classroom, the emotional connect that you have on the campus is all missing in a asynchronous, mode of learning. So therefore, your synchronous learning, which happens here, has much more than, understanding a few concepts and so on. In fact, whatever you did in your schools, in your college system that you are exposed to is more to do with, gaining some information. When you come here, you need to apply. Engineering is an applied science. You have basic sciences, you have applied sciences. And engineering is an applied science. So you apply the concepts, you apply the postulations, you apply the rules, and so on. And then you create something, you engineer something. And when you put all those created things together in order to build a system, you build technology, of a system. So there are differences which you will understand as you go along. So one of the important parameter by which you will be judged in times to come, or the way you build yourself over the next 4 years, is curiosity. So first is curiosity. You must be curious. You must ask questions. Why? And why not? Now that's the basis of applied science. Postulations come about because of certain process that's based on maybe empirical, maybe anecdotal, maybe theoretical, and maybe experimental. Therefore, you need to understand, you must be curious in order to get new things from the ecosystem. So you must be curious. Ambition, you must have ambition. You must be ambitious, but not to the extent of cutting the other fellow. There will be several opportunities to prove yourself. In the world, there is nothing like, absolute. Everything is relative. There is nothing absolute. So therefore, you need to be ambitious, but work towards that ambition by creating your own personality rather than cutting down the other's personality. Integrity is extremely important. Your integrity will stand by you in times of your difficulty. So lying or distrust or not believing people, not trusting people, things like that. So your integrity is extremely important. In times of stress, in times of difficulty, when you are interacting with your people, your integrity will define your character. So that's extremely important. Open-mindedness. Be open. Be, like I said, ano badra krutavo yanta vishwata. You cannot follow that if you're not open. Your mind is not open. You're closed. So you must be open-minded, receive everything from everywhere, but you must have the ability to chaff through that information to retain what is good for you. But if you close the entry of information, then you will be poorer. The next is embracing diversity of thought. Every one of you may have different thought. I cannot say mine is right, yours is wrong. So you need to embrace everybody's thought. Everybody has a view. Everybody is an individual. So try and build yourself to accept others' views. Right? Don't get into those, evening news shows where one speaks over the other. Listen, get the thought of the others, and filter that to what you want to take. Perseverance is extremely important, right? Be at it. You may fall 10 times, but get up, get it going, and therefore perseverance, your perseverance will see, will see how much of information you gather, which you can turn at a later time to knowledge. And being at it without Everybody will fail. There is nothing like success. Everything is relative, like I said. So therefore, perseverance is extremely important. Collaboration. These days, nothing works as an individual. You have to collaborate. You have to understand that the other people have values, other people have information, they have knowledge, to collaborate, to learn. Right? So you may have to collaborate with your friends, you may have to collaborate with your parents, with your peers, with your sister, with your brother. That's the way to learn. And in a different sense, the universities have to collaborate, institutions have to collaborate. At a personal level, you also have to collaborate. Problem-solving skills, that's something that you will learn over a period of time in the next 4 years. It's not enough to possess information. If I can use that information to solve a problem, that's the difference between you and one other guy who may not be able to do it. Then critical thinking, you must show the difference in thinking. How critical are you? That's extremely important. Criticism is different. Critical thinking is different. So therefore, you need to critically evaluate every situation that you may come across in your personal life, in your outside life, wherever, and analyze for yourself what is right, what is wrong. Then you have respect. You must respect your elders, your peers. Everyone deserves that respect. And therefore, you must learn to be compassionate. You must respect people. Social responsibility, you must be responsible to the society outside. Like I said, in your own area, there are 73 people who have not gone to college. They could have gone to college, but they have not been able to do it. So you must be compassionate. You must respect their feelings. There is a social responsibility that you have. Maybe you teach whenever you find time, people who cannot, make that grade, things like that. Handhold. You must handhold them. And self-reflection. Finally, the best quality that you have is self-reflection. Every time you do something, you reflect back and see what it means to you, to your environment, your ecosystem, and so on. So you must reflect on everything that you are doing. Now, all that I have said is something to do with your personal, journey in the next 4 years. Now, briefly, let's see what you are getting into outside the world when you complete your 4 years or whatever, right? Or during this journey. There is a lot of learning that happens in every single year. There are 4 years that you'll spend here. Every single year gives you a lot of opportunities, and it also gives you a lot of challenges which you have to negotiate. First of all, there are things like, I spoke about negotiation, negotiating skills is equally important. And then in that space, I'll tell you another shloka from Rigveda. Ayam nijaha paroveti ganana laguchetasam udara charitanam tu vasudhaiva kutumbaka. Now what does that mean? Ayam nijaha, meaning consider myself as only what? Paroveti ganana, meaning once I am good, I am significant, the other fellows are all useless. Paroveti ganana laguchetasam, they are all useless. I am the only one who is good. Udara charitanam tu vasudhaiva kutumbakam. Those people who have better thought processes than this, they belong to the world in one single family. Vasudhaiva kutumbakam. Now, what that means is we need to understand the other fellow, understand his needs, and then we will become a good citizen in the committee of people, right? Anyway, so now the world of technology has been changing. and changing very fast. In 2021, all of you must have heard the adoption of ChatGPT, right? Regenerative artificial intelligence. Right? What is generate? There is generative AI, there is regenerative AI, and so on. Right? If I ask you what is the difference between Google and ChatGPT, what do you do in Google? You search, put some keywords, and you get a lot of information, right? What is ChatGPT doing? You ask a question, it gives you the answer. So what is the difference? Why do you need a new application? It's a chat bot, right? So why do you need a new application when you already have Google? Is Google and ChatGPT same? Think about it. This is generating answers on the fly with a lot of information that is available in third-party sources. So this is, a lot more technology than what we already understand. So when today there are different technologies that are defining your world. You must have heard of Industry 4.0. There are multiple technologies that define Industry 4.0. And some of them are your artificial intelligence, machine learning, blockchain, your development applications, intelligent applications, your 5G technologies, RPA, robotic process automation. All these technologies, they define Industry 4.0. Otherwise, there is nothing like Industry 4.0. Several technologies come together to define what is Industry 4.0. IoT, Internet of Things, Industrial Internet of Things, all this put together becomes your Industry 4.0. So from now on, by the time you come out, you may have to do something with these technologies, right? And many of those are evolving. And 5G is a vehicle to carry many of these technologies. So some of that will be taught in the university for you, but many of those things you will have to learn on your own. There is a shelf life of the skills that we have today. In my time, there was nothing like that. We used to learn some skills and that used to last for the entire career. Today, your skills have a shelf life of hardly 3 years. 3 years and you need to get at new skills. So what is important? Reskilling and upskilling. So throughout your 4 years, you have to keep reskilling, keep upskilling, and become a little better. And I mean, it will be very unfortunate if you start believing that everything must be done in the university. It cannot happen because things are changing very fast. Okay, 2 years, 3 years. What is the gestation time before a technology changes? Hardly 2-3 years. By the time you finish your graduation, the scene outside may have changed. So you probably do not know what jobs you are getting into at that time, 4 years from now. Okay? So all that you can do is be with the times, get at the technology, and build your profile. Now, in order to do that, what do you do in order to do that? You need micro credentials and you need fractional credits. What is micro credentials? In the pandemic period, all of you must have used some distance learning, system. And you also must have gone through several courses, short-term courses. You learn for 10 hours, 15 hours, you get some certification, and so on. Now, that is micro credentials. So your 15-hour program on, let's say, photography, or maybe a 30-hour program on understanding data science. They are your micro credentials. So throughout the period of 4 years, if I can get at least 8 certificates, 2 certificates per year, get onto the Coursera-like platforms, Udemy, edX. They give you a lot of content and good content at that. And those credentials will help you in your placements, in your career. Many years back, universities were never supposed to be guaranteeing you jobs. Universities even today don't guarantee jobs. They give you skill sets to go and find a job. But unfortunately today, all our institutions, universities are measured on a simple parameter of what is the placement. Now these are times changing, so we need to move with the times, and that's what we are trying to do. And the university itself can build those micro credentials as a part of the curriculum, as audit programs, value-added programs, and so on, which will give you fractional credits which they recognize. So that's another way of looking at it. Either way, the bottom line is simple. Get at those micro credentials, intelligently choose what credentials you need. The more the better, the more you understand things. Now, all these credentials are created by the best of the universities in the world, best of the professors in the world. Some of them give joint certifications and so on. So that's the way you move. Okay. As far as the job scene is concerned, there's a small difference that has happened even in that space, the employment sector. What has happened? All of you must have read sometime somewhere that our employment structure is a pyramid-like structure, right? At the base, you have entry-level skills, and there are more people required at the base with entry-level skills, right? As you move up, the skill level goes up, higher order skills, but the number that you can employ at that level is small. And the top is CFO, finance officer, or the executive officer. That's just 1 or 2 positions at the top. That's a traditional employment sector model. But today, that is completely disrupted. What is the scene today? You need very high order skills even at the entry level. You must have heard of TCS, which used to train people on C, C++, C#, and things like that, Java, .NET programming, and so on. And they used to send people outside to work on offshore projects. In very simple terms, it was body shopping. Get people, qualified people, train them, and put them on jobs where essentially coding is done. Today, are such jobs there? None of those jobs are there. They exist anymore. Why? Because the coding is automated. I get a pseudocode. I get a code which is generated by the machine. I don't need to do anything. You go to ChatGPT, you write anything, it will give you a complete code. All that you have to do is go and execute that and maybe make small changes. You want a code in Python, it gives you. You tell the problem, you define the problem, say you want a code in Python, it will give you the code. You tell it you want a code in R, it will do it. So where is the disconnect now? So all my entry-level jobs are gone. To what? To automation. This is just IT sector that I spoke about. You look at the industry, the mechanical manufacturing industries. You look at pharma industries. Everywhere the story is the same. The entry-level jobs are gone. So what lesson do you get from this? You upgrade your skills. That's the simple lesson. So you go through the 4 years coursework, but keep your eyes open, ears open, and most of the time mouth shut. So you learn and you progress. Then I have what? Yeah. To close this session, I just have one shloka again from Rig Veda, which tells you Utsaha Nishto Buddhi Matrim Nirtim Cha Shuchismitaha Sarvanurupa Devascha Yuvanaha Sucharayushu. Right? Now, what does that mean? Yuvanaha means young people, young persons. Utsaha Nishto. What does that mean? Who are enthusiastic. जिसमें उत्साह है. Such young people, buddhiman nirminati, meaning intelligent. Buddhiman, intelligent and free from doubts. Cha means and. Shuchismitaha means possesses pure heart. Shuchi means clean. And a smiling face. Sarvanurupa Dayavascha, which means he must adapt to all the circumstances outside. And Suchirayusha. Such a person will have a long youth, life, and so on. And only such a person will enjoy prosperous life. Right? So one who is enthusiastic, one who is intelligent, free from all the doubts, who is pure, with a smiling face all the time, and one who adapts to circumstances, to the environment. Only such a person will have a long youth and enjoy prosperous life. Right? Suchirayusha. Now that's the understanding. So I tried to interact with you on a few issues that concern you and your progress in the university. Of course, there are a lot of challenges, but life is full of challenges, no? And it gives you several opportunities as well. And it's competitive. You know, there is a story in the which refers to African jungles of a lion and a deer. You know, I don't know if you have heard of this. A deer would get up in the morning and think that it should run the fastest, faster than the fastest of the lions, you know, to escape it being killed. And what does the lion do? It has to run faster than at least the slowest of the deer to get its food. So the underlying point is everyone has to run. And it is also said the times are so competitive that if you keep running, and you have to keep running to even remain at the place where you are, you know. So it's that challenging, your times. And I'll finish this with another point which should make you think, you know. We all play games, right? We all play games. And while playing games, we follow rules, right? Every game has a rule. So your football has rules, any game you think about, there are rules by which you have to abide and you can play the game. Our life also is a game, okay? The life that we have is also a game. But there is a difference between this game and the other games that we play. What is the difference? The goalpost in our lives keeps shifting all the time, right? The goalpost keeps shifting all the time, even while the game is being played. So therefore, you understand, I'm only trying to make you think and lead your life in the next, not only next 4 years, but beyond that, and the postgraduates probably for the next 2 years, and be as successful as you aim to be. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the inspiring words. I'm sure that the students will try to imbibe at least some of these qualities and keep themselves updated always. Now, the HODs of all the departments will introduce themselves. First, I call upon Dr. Prasanna Shetty, HOD of the Department of Computers.
Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Dr. Prasanna Shetty, HOD of Computer Science Department, Computer Engineering Department. Thank you.
Dr. Jagannath Nirmal, HOD of the Department of Electronics.
Very good afternoon to one and all. First, I welcome you all for this FI orientation and congratulate you for getting the admission in KJSCE College of Engineering. I am head Department of Electronics and Computer Engineering.
Dr. Bharti Singh, HOD of the Department of Electronics and Telecom Department.
Good afternoon all and welcome to this prestigious institute. Myself, Dr. Bharti Singh, Head of Electronics and Telecommunication Department, and we run both the programs, Electronics and Telecommunication and Computer and Communication Engineering programs. Thank you.
Dr. Neelkamal More, HOD of the Department of IT.
Good afternoon all. I'm head of Information Technology Department and we run two programs, the B.Tech in Information Technology and B.Tech in Artificial Intelligence and Data Science.
Dr. Ramesh Kurwale, HOD of the Department of Mechanical Engineering.
Hello everyone, myself Dr. Ramesh Likurale, Professor and Head Mechanical Engineering, and we are running three programs, that is Mechanical Engineering, Robotics and Artificial Intelligence, and Energy Engineering, that is for post-graduation as well as PhD. Thank you.
Dr. Jitendra Sadam, Associate HOD of the Department of Science and Humanities.
Good afternoon, each and everyone present here. I am Dr. Jitendra Satam, Associate Head of Science and Humanities Department. Because of some health issues, our head of the department, Dr. Suren Patwardhan, could not come. On behalf of him and my department, I welcome you all and I congratulate you for securing admission in KJSCE and I hope for a bright future. Thank you so much.
Thank you everyone for the introductions. Now, Dr. Deepak Sharma, Vice Principal of KJSCE College of Engineering, will deliver the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. Respected dignitaries on the dais, my colleagues, students, parents, and the guardians. It is my pleasure and privilege to present a vote of thanks for this inauguration program. We would like to express our heartfelt thanks to our chief guest, Professor S.S. Mantha, for accepting our invitation, gracing the occasion, and delivering a very wonderful keynote address. We thank our management and our Chancellor, Honorable Shri Samir Somaya ji, for his blessings. We thank Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Pillai, for his constant guidance and support. We thank our Principal, Dr. Pandit, for her support and motivation throughout. We thank the IQAC team, especially Dr. Nandana and her team, for arranging this entire orientation session. We thank our admission team for their relentless efforts throughout the admission process. We thank all HODs, associate deans, faculty, staff members, student council members for all their efforts to make this program a grand success. We thank all who have contributed directly or indirectly for this program. And last but not the least, the students and their parents, guardians, for believing in us and their participation for this program. Thank you. Thank you once again.
We are now ending the session for the day. We will meet here in the auditorium itself for tomorrow's session at 10:30. Remember the register number and badge allotted to you during registration. That is very important for the coming sessions. I now request everyone to stand up for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Students, you will exit only through the back door. Maintain your discipline.